Hello, I'm Rob Phillips, and welcome to my channel, where I teach you how to live a more balanced and present life through yoga and meditation. Today we're going to be continuing through our journey where we explore the 5 elements of Chinese medicine. This is the second class, and we're going to be emphasizing the element of fire. So physically within the body, the channels we'll be working with are going to be more upper body dominant, so the shoulders, the chest, heart opening, because in the body, fire element is associated with the meridians of the heart, the pericardium. It's a more upper body emphasis. So in terms of props for today, I'm going to recommend my usual. You can grab a blanket and a couple of blocks. Have those ready to go, and like we usually do, we'll start here with a short meditation in a comfortable seat. Set yourself up however you'd like for that. Hands can rest into the lap or onto the thighs. Elevate tall through the spine, but then relax your shoulders and close your eyes. As the body relaxes, you'll feel a sense of connection, a sense of presence. Settling into this practice, settling into this experience. So this element of fire, as we might imagine, associated with heat and energy, associated with the heart, which of course moves blood, moves energy throughout our bodies. So the key here is to work with heat in such a way that we're creating just enough of that energy, but not too much. I'll get, of course, a little more into the details as we work through class. But over these next few breaths, as you settle, maybe even just bring a little bit of attention into the center of the chest, into that heart region. Feeling as our breath moves. And just working with that here for a few more passes. Take a few more cycles of that nice deep breath. Let's take a gentle inhale breath through the nose. Gentle exhale breath out our mouth. Lower the chin down, slowly open our eyes. From here, we're actually going to stay in seated, so you can extend your legs forwards and let them relax. Shake things out. And from here, we're going to set up into a butterfly pose. So we're going to take the feet together and the knees apart. More of a diamond shape than a V shape, so give yourself a bit of space. I am going to encourage you to grab a couple of blocks here because I'm going to offer a variation. Now, having said that, if you feel sensation in your knees, you might need to, prop them up under there instead. If you're feeling okay here, you can take a gentle inhale for some length. Exhale to lean forwards, and if you have a deep enough fold, maybe taking a block or even 2 blocks here, so that you can now rest your forehead on that, and that will encourage you to relax the shoulders, to relax the upper back a bit, and that's going to be valuable for some of the poses we'll be doing in a few minutes here. Obviously, if you can't reasonably reach the block, don't strain. Don't make that a goal in and of itself. You can do this without the block and still just relax through those areas, no problem. As we start practice, just my usual reminder, and it's building on what I just said, that you should listen to what the body is telling you, should work in a way that is patient, is kind. And if anything becomes at all strong in the body, you're going to want to back out. Don't strain through it. Never compromise the body in the process of our practice. So as you relax into this, you're likely noticing that this is still a bit more of a lower body focused pose. Now, the thing when we work with certain channels is we're not going to do a whole sequence of upper body poses. That's not going to be well balanced. So there'll be a few hip openers, there'll be some lower body work. This pose emphasizes the wood element and the water element, both of which are the parent and controlling element of the fire element that we're working with today. So it's a nice complement, it's a nice balance to what we are emphasizing. As a practitioner, you don't need to worry too much about this. It's still all about the relaxation, and just by doing the practice, we're getting a nice tune-up for the energy systems of the body. The poses will emphasize different lines, different areas, and so when working this way, especially when we do them through all the elements over time, will help us to feel more balanced, will help us to feel more equilibrium. And now let's take one more complete breath as we are. We'll slowly begin to inhale and roll our chest up. And relax the shoulders, extend the legs, let them release, let them unravel for a few seconds here. From here, let's shift. Let's find our way all the way forwards onto our belly so you can kind of clear everything out. Come into a nice neutral pose. Let's take a few breaths here. And transition. Let the body bounce back a bit from what we have just done. And always here in these transitional moments, just kind of noticing how your body feels, noticing the echo, the integration. Sit with that for a few deep breaths. Take a few moments to let the body bounce back before our next few poses. Let's take a gentle inhale breath through the nose. Gentle exhale out our mouth. From here, we're going to stay on our belly and set up into what I'm going to recommend is being a deliberately fairly mellow Sphinx pose. So we're lifting the chest up, but actually relax the shoulders, relax the neck, almost stretching, kind of opening across your shoulder girdle and across your chest. You could even park a block under your forehead here and just be kind to the spine. Don't push too hard here, of course, keeping with like our core rules of how we do this work. Tune into your body and feel the shape. Notice all the effects that it's having on you right now. You're now getting a little bit more into the upper body, into some of the lines I've been talking about. So just a little bit about this element of fire that we are emphasizing today. Fire element is, as one might imagine, associated with the season of summer, kind of the peak of summer. Definitely relates to heat in the body. So if fire energy is deficient or blocked, we might get cold limbs, might feel chilly. Whereas if fire is excessive, we might feel sweaty, hot, angry even. I know for me personally, I tend to run hot. I actually sweat a lot, so I think I have kind of a strong bias towards fire element in my system for whatever reason. just important as I run through these things, we're not trying to diagnose ourselves or get too into the weeds. Yin Yoga is a very general way of working with these qualities, with these elements. Just doing these practices, I promise, will benefit you, even if you're not dealing with some of these more specific things I'm talking about. Feel free to send me a message, by the way, if you want some resources so you can learn a bit more about this, because I'm keeping it fairly surface level for these classes. For now, let's take just one more complete breath like we are. Slowly, as we exhale, we'll release, we'll lower down, and I'm going to keep my head a little lifted just so I don't smush on my mic, but I'm going to have you guys at home come all the way down, and you can even turn your cheek if you'd like. And take some deep breaths across the chest, across the shoulders. And really feeling into all these lines that we've been working with here. Take a gentle inhale breath here through your nose. Take a gentle exhale breath out your mouth. From here, we're going to press the hips back, and we're going to set ourselves up into a wide-kneed version of our child's pose. So when we set this up, I like to use a blanket, opening it up nice and wide, folding it over a second time, just giving ourselves some cushion. I always like to remind folks, if you don't have a blanket, you can use your mat, you can turn sideways on it. Just make sure the knees have some cushioning. Make sure they have some support. You don't want to just have your knees pressing into a hard floor, at least not ideally, right? So as you release the hips back here, we start to feel that opening in the thighs and the groin. Again, there are some kind of lower body elements that we're working with here. But we're going to incorporate some upper body element here too. So we're going to twist in our child's pose. So we'll start taking our right arm underneath us here, resting onto your outside shoulder, outside cheek. The left arm could stay in front of you, or it could open around the back here, something like this. I think for my demo, I'll leave it in front, just a little gentler on while I'm talking to you guys. So set this up so you feel especially that release on the outer right arm and shoulder. Relax the body, really settle into this. Feel that balancing of the sense of heat within the body, the sense of that fire element. Not excessively warm or cool, just working right in that midline. Again, all of our intentionality is about balancing, finding an equilibrium. What can you relax here? What can you let go of here? Take one more complete breath right here as you are. Slowly wind into the center and just take a short pause. Take a few moments. Take a few breaths. Let's dovetail this, though, basically right into our second side. So lift up a little bit. Take this time, of course, your left arm underneath. Rest onto the shoulder, the cheek. The right arm could remain in front, or it could hook around your back. Again, for my demo, I'm going to keep it down. It's a little more gentle, but at home, you could certainly add that element if you'd like. And just feel that opening on the outer left arm. Feel, of course, a general wringing out of the spine, of the torso. Let the body deeply relax here. Feel that energetic balancing. Again, the intention here is to target the various lines of the body. As we go through the sequence here, you'll notice we'll hit pretty much the whole body over these next few weeks. So again, these are great standalone classes, but if you do them as the whole cycle, it can actually be extremely balancing, and it's a great way to approach this sort of work, I think. Take a final complete breath right here. Slowly draw your way back into the center. Take a few breaths, take a few moments, and let that all reset. We're going to come out from here, so gradually extend the legs out, shake them out, let them release any way you would like. And let's clear everything out. We're going to find our way onto our back at this point. Take a little pause here. We're going to do several poses on our back, but first, just kind of arriving here first, entering this next phase of our sequence. And just really feel your body. Just really tune in here as you are. Resting in this experience for a few deep breaths. Now from here on our back, you can walk both feet in, have your knees bent, take your right ankle and cross it over the left knee. You're making a figure 4 shape, so outer hip opener, again, emphasizing that wood line or wood element. You could stay just like this, or if you'd like, you can gently draw the left thigh into the chest. We're just going to be here for 1 minute, so you want to use just a little bit of energy, kind of holding this in position, not pulling. Now you'll notice I hold over the knee. You can hold on over the thigh. Many students might prefer that, but just kind of feel that gentle gathering in. Relax into the pose. Settle here and tune in. Notice just what you're feeling in this experience. Sit with it for just a few breaths. Take your final breath right here. Slowly release that leg down. Now we're going to twist from here now. So you could keep your leg crossed in this figure 4. That's actually what I'll be doing for my demo. Or you could completely cross the legs, stacking more like a shoelace pose. Or if you'd prefer, I'm sorry, my mic got stuck. Or if you'd prefer, you could also just uncross the legs and do more of a simple twist. Either way, from here, you're going to slowly roll your way over towards the left. Open the right shoulder on the floor and let this feel like a nice twist. Let this feel like a nice wringing out of things. Close your eyes, begin to settle, begin to land here. Nice unraveling, nice wringing out of things. Kind of tying together today's sequence through these next few poses. And even when we're working with an energetic intention, even when we're emphasizing specific lines in the body, the deeper work is to let go. The deeper work is to really settle and let ourselves be at ease here. Really let yourself do just that. Really let yourself go here. Especially for these final few poses that we're working through. Take a final complete breath right here. Slowly wind the legs into the center. Unravel your cross. Take a little sway side to side. And just take a short pause. Take a few breaths here. Really feel as all of this balances out. Really feel, again, the system absorbing, kind of making sense of what you just did. Setting up for the second side of things. So you're going to take now, of course, your left ankle over the right knee. As I said on first side, there's nothing wrong with just staying like this. Maybe that makes more sense for your body. Or consider drawing the leg in, giving that little squeeze either behind the knee or over the knee, depending on what makes sense for you. And we're not like pulling on the leg. We're just kind of placing the arms here and relaxing through the shoulders, relaxing through the belly. Feel that release on the outside edge, and again, let yourself do even less here. Let yourself settle even more into this experience here. Take a final complete breath right here. Slowly release that right foot down. And again, ideally we'll keep the legs crossed like this, but you're welcome to fine tune this. You can do a different cross or anything that feels reasonable. But with that set up, roll the legs across towards the right. Open the left shoulder onto the floor again. Set this up to suit your body. A nice final twist here, final wringing out of things. Just allowing the body to settle, allowing yourself to unwind. all the while noticing and observing just what it feels like for you to be here. Really inviting this opportunity to do gradually less and less here. Take just one more breath right here. Slowly draw the legs back into the center and release that cross. And here's a final chance to move any ways you'd like, just to kind of, smooth and even everything out. Once you've worked that out, let's set up for final rest. So you can extend out onto the floor, opening through the arms, the feet, and legs. Just let yourself settle here. Let yourself be here. Like I always do, just allowing a few minutes to let the whole system bounce back after the deep work we've done. So take here a gentle inhale breath through your nose. Open up the mouth, exhale, and let absolutely everything go. Feel as the body settles and releases. Feel yourself really relax and just be at ease for these next few minutes. So just taking a final few moments like you are and feel what has settled, feel what's rebalanced over these last few minutes. And inviting the breath to deepen, inviting the energy to move. You can always take an inhale if you'd like, reaching through the arms, but from there drawing in, and we'll slowly press our way up into seated. Close your eyes there for a final moment. Here, feel the full effects of practice. Feel everything you've shifted in the body, in the mind. Just sit with that for a few more moments. And join the hands in front of the heart. So, as always, my thanks to each of you for sharing your practice. It's truly an honor to teach. And as we say, the light within me salutes the light within you. Namaste. So, once again, thank you so much for joining me for this class. And like always, if you have any thoughts or observations, do let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you are not already, please subscribe to my channel so you can see more practices like this each week. Finally, if you want some deeper insights into the world of yoga, meditation, even life and philosophy, follow the link down below. You can subscribe to my newsletter where I offer some deeper reflections on all of these practices. Otherwise, again, thank you so much.